Hello, this is
Oh,
Michael
really?
Ford, and you're watching the Disney Channel.
Shit, we're going to get sued. Quick. Uh, this is the Stephen and Michael show. No relation or affiliation with Disney whatsoever.
Better
Please
not
don't
be,
sue us.
better not be talking shit about my company, bitch. Huh? I will
All right,
punch you with a knife.
so I'm Stephen, and with me today I got my one of my best friends. I've known this guy since middle school, Carl.
What up?
This guy I've known this guy for years.
Did
Yes,
you say his name
this
was
is
Carl?
Carl. Yeah, Carl.
Why does it
Yeah,
say Jonathan on the icon? That's throwing me off, man.
because that's my real first name, and I don't want to get too technical.
Oh,
Plus,
okay.
plus, it's much more fun this way because we just enjoy. Because Jeremy gets his kick off of me by saying Carl.
Carl, that kills people.
I legit had a Llamas with Hat T-shirt in high school.
I remember when that was the big thing for a while, and now it's
Yeah.
just no one
But the
talks
worst
about
part is it technically wasn't an official shirt because I was in like a graphic design class, and one of our projects is that we had to print a T-shirt. We had to print a design for a T-shirt. So me and my group, we just found this design for a Llamas with Hats T-shirt, and we just printed that. So the three of us were walking around with bootleg, boot.
Yeah, the shirt I definitely remember you having said what's my problem? I think one of them was said like one I eat people.
It was like, oh yeah, things wrong with me. Like
llamas with
one, I
bootleg.
kill people. Two, I eat hands or something like that.
Forget llamas with hats. Now there's llamas with bootleg shirts. The next series from the mind behind Charlie the Unicorn.
Oh god, these old memes. These old
The
ass
elder
memes.
memes, the memes from the before times. These are memes.
Really,
These aren't your
iteration.
grandma's memes.
It's meme or you die. You literally meme or you die.
I remember back in the day, memes meant something. Nowadays you can just slap titties on a cat and there you go. There's the next big meme. Back in my day, memes meant something.
Pepes are no longer rare.
I can
Oh,
agree
we've
with that.
discovered all the Pepes that we could. We've gone to the final frontier of Pepes. There's just no more.
Speaking of the final frontier, we've reached the final frontier of stupidity.
Oh no, what happened this time? What did we do? What happened? Did Tumblr finally start blaming the Jews for everything?
Not yet, no. This
Oh,
article, air conditioning is sexist.
do we even need to comment on this? I mean, I think it just speaks for itself. I don't think I could make. There's no way I could even joke about this more than it already is because it's just a joke. The joke is it just in that title. It can't be. I can't believe that's a real article, by the way.
Air
I
conditioning, I think it's like air conditioning in your office is sexist because apparently women get colder more easily, according to this person. So therefore, if men are comfortable in the air conditioning, that must mean women are suffering. Therefore, air conditioning is sexist.
I could honestly argue with that because you and I were in a chat earlier with another friend of mine, and he gets colder more than his fiance.
People are different. They get cold differently. Things
Hey,
are
did you
different to
know?
them.
Did you know that a woman who has lived her entire life in like a deserty, hot area, like say Arizona, would probably get a lot colder than say like an Eskimo woman? I
Yeah,
mean, I mean, it's like these people don't understand that people come from different places around the world, and it's not like everyone just lives in America. Funny how
right.
that works, huh?
Yeah.
America isn't the only place on Earth. It's like what a revelation.
No, that's why many of us in high school have world history.
What do you mean,
So
world history? America is the only place that matters.
I mean, white people are the only people to ever own slaves. Don't you read your history? Oh, wait, they don't read history books. That's the problem.
Good thing my girlfriend's gonna be a teacher so she can teach kids not to be fucking stupid. Because I swear to God, if we get another Tumblr generation after this one, we're fucked. The world is over. We might as well just kill ourselves.
You first.
No.
I'll be right. I'll be right behind you. You first.
Yeah, that's what they all say, and then they never follow through.
How would you know if you die first? You won't know if they follow through.
Well, that's okay because this time around you have a third guest, and he's observing you, and he will make sure that guest number 1 follows through.
Oh, good, thank you. So, I mean, I'll be sure to check when I come back.
I'll be back for my things.
I'll be back like I'm the Terminator.
I swear to God, don't you touch my...
Back.
Speaking of movies, I actually saw both Jurassic World and AntMan this week.
Oh, cool. Did you enjoy it?
Well, I think if you looked at my blog the very day I watched Jurassic World, you probably saw me jizzing all over it. I thought it was like the best thing I've seen in a long time. AntMan,
I have yet to see it myself, but I really actually do want to see it.
Jurassic World is definitely worth watching. It's almost as good as the original. It's at the very most, it's on par with the original.
I only seen about half of the original when I was a kid, and then I got like cut off to do other stuff and never finished it up. I think the only Jurassic Park movie I ever saw whole from start to finish was The Lost World.
Oh, you mean the one no one likes?
Yeah.
I know, it's good though. I like it.
I think one of the ones no one likes, my friend Lynn likes. She likes it too.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what? I've never seen any but like the first in World, so I can't say.
Yeah, Carl, me and you need to watch the original Jurassic Park. That's something we should do someday.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we should definitely do that.
I think they might have it on Netflix. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
If
Jurassic World is a quality movie. I don't know why everyone's been saying it's sexist though. It's such bullshit.
Oh, I'll give you a couple of things. One is because that one secretary lady dies. Because
like those 2 million men get eaten every 5 seconds in the movies. Like the whole series has just like oodles and oodles of men being gorily dismembered by dinosaurs. I don't fucking understand how you can find any sort of sexism in a series where men get slaughtered by the hundreds by women, because all the dinosaurs are girls. Every single one has a dino-gina.
That's they put on your tombstone. You don't understand. In memoriam. It's just insane.
But yeah.
That was one of the things because.
So yeah, that's just bullshit. The other movie, AntMan, I saw. Have you seen AntMan yet?
Oh, I need to. I'll see that.
It's
not gonna lie, I haven't heard of it.
It's like I have kind of mixed feelings about it. I thought it was good, but I felt like it was a little disjointed in the beginning. Like some scenes were just too short for my liking.
You had no idea where it was going in the beginning.
Last 40 minutes of it make up for everything, and they're some of the best 40 minutes in a Marvel movie. I'd say that the movie as a whole is better than Age of Ultron just because there's less characters to focus on.
Right.
So, you know, there's more focus on who matters, and the villain's pretty cool. Yellow Jacket was pretty cool.
You know,
What does Yellow Jacket do?
He's basically the evil Ant-Man. So, you know, it's kind of the same trend that's been happening in every movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe where the hero fights a villain who's basically them, only evil, but, I don't know, there's just more going on. The fight scene at the end is just hilarious and awesome. It's just great. Like, it doesn't even bother you that it's like they're basically got the same powers going on except one's evil, because it's cool. They do some cool stuff with it.
Yeah, that's a.
It's a lot cool. Like it's a lot cooler than watching two Iron Man smack each other or watching two Hulks smack each other. It's interesting because you know two shrunken guys fighting. There's a lot of funny shit you can do with that, and they make sure to do it.
That's good. I can't wait to see it.
It's definitely worth it. I like it a lot more after I thought about it. Also, it was nice to see the Falcon for more than like 5 seconds.
Oh yeah,
You
he
mean
didn't
like
really
in
have.
that short appearance in Captain America?
No, he was there a lot in Captain
I mean,
America.
like, yeah, he was there a lot in Captain. I'm talking about since Captain America, he hasn't gotten any like prominence in anything.
Like he was
Ah,
only there for a tiny bit in Age of Ultron.
Like, I still like Age of Ultron, but I think it's a lot like in hindsight, it's not quite as good. Like they just
I enjoyed it though.
Oh yeah,
I
it's
watched.
definitely like don't get me wrong, I still love the movie. It's still very enjoyable. It's a fun superhero movie, but I think they try and do too much, and I think that it got fucked with a lot more than should have been. Because
Yeah.
yeah, because I mean, like I'm not a complete expert on movies, but I definitely know is that if you like oversaturate your stuff, you just end up with somewhat of a messy end right there.
and that is kind of what happened with Age of Ultron. It was oversaturated with characters, so like no one really got as much focus as they should have, especially not the new people, the really cool new people. And then like what was and then it's like there were so many plot threads that didn't really pan out, and there were a lot of weird moments.
I honestly don't like it when you get these plot threads or plot holes that just somehow either come off as convenient or save it for another sequel.
Yeah, the whole thing just feels a little overstuffed. I liked it for what it is. I like the new characters they introduced, but I didn't like some of the decisions they made with certain characters. I didn't like. I mean, well, the one really good thing I could say is I actually liked Black Widow a lot more after this movie.
Oh yeah, they made her feel.
She was a lot more relatable. I guess it wasn't. I don't think it was the character's fault. I didn't like her. I think it was just how she was written in the past few movies. And she debuted in Iron Man 2, which is like the worst piece of shit Marvel movie ever. Like
I
it is the worst. Like Iron Man 2 is just absolutely awful.
mean, everything's objective, but
Like I think it is like what is it when it's like undeniable? Is that like subjective?
I think we're getting the two confused.
Because whichever one it is, objective or subjective, I'm pretty sure Iron Man 2 is like literally the worst Marvel movie that's been made so far.
I mean, it's all
Well,
right.
the worst MCU movie, because I don't think anything can be worse than something like fucking Elektra or Howard the Duck. But you know,
You
it's
don't get worse than that. Howard the Duck.
I don't know. Let's give Marvel about another 10 years and see what they come up with.
I want to see them do another Howard the Duck movie, except this one won't suck, because Howard the Duck was already in Guardians of the Galaxy, and
Which they got like the next 10 years of movies planned out, which is insane. I don't have the next 10 days of my life planned out.
I do. It's mostly gonna be work, playing Splatoon, work. In fact, I'm playing Splatoon right now.
Well, then let's shift gears into Splatoon, like the upcoming Splatfest.
Oh yes, I've decided I was gonna go with hot dogs.
That's why I am Team Hot Dog.
I don't have Splatoon myself, so I play with my friend Jeremy, and I side whatever he sides on.
By Jeremy, he means me. He doesn't call me Steven.
Isn't that funny how first introductions go?
What? Why does he call you Jeremy?
That's my middle name.
Oh, Jeremy. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you see how funny these first introductions go?
In middle school, through all the way through high school, I went by Jeremy. To most
In
people.
middle school, did you fight the recess lady and shoot up your school? Or wait, is that reference too obscure? Does anyone remember Pearl Jam? Just me.
Nope, I think it's just you, my good sir.
You people don't know good music.
We know pretty good music.
Yeah, only I was born in the wrong decade. The music today sucks. The only good music is like the
Hey,
90s or something.
We like good music. I mean,
Yeah.
Don't talk to
the
me unless you
chandelier.
listen to J-pop soundtrack. Don't talk to me unless you've memorized the entire soundtrack to Titanic, I guess.
Which Titanic?
The animated one with the rapping dog.
Oh, I saw the other animated Titanic movie,
Oh,
the
the
one
one
with
with
the
dolphin,
octopus.
the dolphins and the moonbeams.
Yeah, I saw that. I was forced to watch it when I was a kid by my babysitter, and
That
I
movie's
had no way
existed
around
that
it.
long? I didn't know that movie has existed so long. That disturbs me.
I know, and I only knew about it recently because I was watching Nostalgia Critics review on the other Titanic animated movie.
I knew about it because of him and because this other reviewer I watched, Mr. Enter, reviewed it too.
I honestly like the mysterious Mr. Enter. He's definitely a good
He's
animation
like,
critic.
oh yeah, he's great. I think it's because like, unlike Doug, the nostalgia critic, he goes more in like an analytical and actual critical. He's not just doing it for comedy. He's doing it because
Yeah,
he cares.
he actually has care and
That's
passion
like
for
that's
animation
why
work.
like I like yeah. It's like that's why I like the nostalgia critic, but I don't think he's the best reviewer anymore like I used to because like he goes for more comedy.
And I mean, there's nothing wrong with comedy,
Oh yeah, there's
but
definitely
you gotta try and like find a way to mix it together. But with him, it definitely seems like it comes off of one over the other, or vice versa. And I mean, I don't have a problem. But one of the other things I like is sometimes whenever in some of his episodes, like in his Alice in Wonderland or The Matrix, where he has like these real life moments where it's like like he's
oh
playing
yeah,
these moments out.
like the skit things.
Yeah,
Or I actually like how he did that. It really mixed it up because like the older episodes were just him sitting around the whole time, and that's
yeah,
kind
and I
of
mean,
fun.
and then that's kind of how it works when you're a new YouTuber. That's just kind of how it goes. You got very limited stuff on hand to do.
And now the guy's got a whole studio and a budget, so I expect him to do a lot better, and he has been.
When the
Yeah,
fuck will we get that big? When will we be that big?
yeah, but as far as I know, he's only like common around three areas, and that's the Blip site, the YouTube channel, Channel Awesome, and the somewhat newish channel League of Super Critics.
It sounds
Well, it's like
awful.
I think that the most talented person on that whole site, the Channel Awesome team, it's definitely Brad Jones, the cinema snob.
I haven't seen any of his work yet, but I'm planning on checking it out sometime later.
He reviews like old exploitation films and pornos, and like he plays the part of like a sarcastic critic who just like one of those critics who like is overly critical of like gory horror films but loves like artsy films.
Yeah.
Like he plays that, but it's like so obvious he's being sarcastic the whole time because he's talking in like the most sarcastic tone of voice. And he's got a beautiful voice too.
Oh, then I definitely got to check this out pretty soon.
He's got a lot of talent. He reviews a lot of good stuff. Well, not good stuff. He reviews shit. Like he reviewed a little while ago. He reviewed the Terminator porno that had Ron Jeremy in it.
Uh,
So not anything good. He reviews. Oh, and he's reviewed like at least 2 or 3 ET pornos.
well then this ought to be good.
Oh god, Michael, you don't know what just happened.
What?
I literally just like set my headphones down because I was thirsty. I just set my headphones down, walked into the room where Carl is, grab a soda, open it up to start drinking it, and then walk out of the room not saying anything. The look on Carl's face when I just come into the room and just like stand there for a second drinking a soda. He's like, "What the hell are you doing?"
Oh well, let's get back on subject.
What was the subject?
Well, I mean, we were briefly talking about the mysterious Mr. Enter, and then we jumped gears to Nostalgia Critic, then to Channel Awesome, and then we were talking about the Cinema Snob.
We do that a lot. We just bounce around.
I know, but I'm keeping track of the list of order of what we were going in.
Oh, something we were talking about earlier, like about calling different names. Like I said that all through up through high school, I was called Jeremy, and when me and Carl went to this other education school for further education, we I just started telling everyone my name was Steven because that's my first name, and I just started going by that. And a lot of people knew me as Steven, And then Carl's like, "Hey guys, have you seen Jeremy?" And they're like, "Who's Jeremy?"
Oh yes, I remember that moment. And then it just became Jeremy from that kind of point, right?
Yeah, some people started calling me Jeremy, but some people still call me Steven. Some people be like, "Hey, have you seen Steven? No. Have you seen Jeremy? No. Wait, we're looking for the same guy."
Oh man. And I had no intention of pulling that off.
Oh, good. It was funny. Just some stupid funny stuff. God, what was the most ridiculous thing? I can't remember. What was the most ridiculous thing that happened to us there?
The most ridiculous thing?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm trying to remember
jeez.
something completely ridiculous that happened there.
You saw some hookers outside your school.
Oh, no. The fire drill. The fire drill. The
Oh
fire drill
yeah,
that
those freaking late night fire drills.
we had this one fire drill where apparently the fire drill was busted, so it
Yeah,
kept going off, and we were up, and like everyone was up, and we couldn't go back to the dorms until like 3 in the morning or something.
to around 2:30.
Around till around 2:30.
Yeah, I was up during the entire time. I was like literally with the rest of the adults. I was like with the rest of the staff, and like about like 90% of everyone in the area that we were sent to was like dead asleep on the floors.
I mean,
And then by the time it was like time to head back in, everyone was getting up and we were just exhausted. And I remember that day well. I barely had any energy left in that day because I just wanted to sleep. I couldn't handle my classes at all, and I barely pulled through my job site there. It was that much of a mess for me that day.
yeah, but it was insane. Like I think it was like at what was it, 10 o'clock when we were in.
Yeah, it happened around 10. Yeah, it happened at 10 p.m. And by then I was actually starting to get to some sleep, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah, but the thing was like he was trying to go to sleep. I was sitting in the room playing. What was I playing? I was playing.
you were playing Resident Evil Revelation at the
No,
time.
no. I was on my TV and I was playing Fatal Frame. I remember that. I was playing Fatal Frame 2, and I had left the PlayStation 2 on because I thought the fire drill was just going to be over like that, and it ended up being on the entire time we were there in the other building, all the way up through from like 10 or whatever, all the way up to like almost 3 in the morning. My entire PlayStation 2 was on the entire time.
I hope you hit that pause button.
I did.
Fatal Frame.
Yeah, that had to be by far our most bizarre experience there. In fact, I actually made a Facebook post about it, but then I eventually deleted it because it just served nothing more than filler.
Well, isn't that pretty much what every Facebook post is?
No, that's what pretty much every female Facebook post pretty much rounds down to.
Oh, we're getting a little sexy.
Well, I'm not trying to be. I mean, like, just hear me out right here for a minute, okay? Just hear me out. I lived with nothing more than my mother and my sister far longer than I ever did with my older brother, and thus I was exposed to more feminine things.
All right.
And honestly, like 5 seconds later, at some certain point, it was more often my sister than my own mother, but it was just like, hey, I got this. Hey, I got to make this post or make this post. And that's pretty much it. That's like nearly hanging around with my sister back in the school days.
Oh dear.
And I know I'm going to get some flag for that, but that's a true fact on my end. I know many people are going to argue that, but this was just my experience.
I don't know if many people argue it. Not many people watch this show.
Not yet.
Yes.
Yes, yeah, but just wait till it happens, and then they stumble across this, and then the arguments start flowing in.
Good, I want to generate controversy.
There you go.
That gets more views. The more controversial, the more views.
Well, on the subject of controversy, you ever heard of the game Hatred?
Oh, yeah. Isn't that old news? Didn't everyone just get over it as soon as it came out?
Yeah, but
Oh,
honestly...
yeah, that's when it came out, they realized it wasn't really that big deal. It wasn't really nearly as bad as people were trying to make it out to be. That was really just kind of like Grand Theft Auto violent.
I know. Honestly, it's just kind of stupid. I mean, like originally I heard it was a rated M game, but then it was like re-released unto adults only.
That's because people thought it was going to be so incredibly violent and sexist and stuff like that. They were so fearful of this game. When it finally came out, it was just like, it's a little over the top, but eh. Some websites didn't even want to carry it to have it be sold on their sites because it was adult only.
I almost want to play it. I mean, I think it would be a little too much for me.
I honestly don't think I would be too interested in myself. I mean, like it's a game and all, but I mean, like it's probably not the kind of game I would be into, even if I could handle it.
I mean, if somebody gave it to me, I'd play it, but it's not something I'd go out and get.
Yeah, I don't think it's anything I'd actively seek out.
Mm.
I mean, if somebody sent it to me, I'd play it just because they sent me a game.
Are you bugging our viewers to are you like giving your viewers hints like, hey,
No, no. I only did that with Honey Pop, and they actually delivered on that, and that was one of the greatest moments.
you got
Thank you, Blue
oh,
Garden.
that's how you got it, by like begging for it?
No. Somebody made a post about Honey Pop. They blogged the scene from it, and I said, I still want to play this game. I've never got this game. I still want to get this game. And somebody's like, oh, I'll send it to you. And then they sent it to me. I'm like, wow, this is amazing.
How nice of them.
Oh yeah, speaking of giving things, Jeremy, did you ever try out the Brawlhalla code I gave you?
Oh, no, I never got around to that. I still got it, though. Oh, yeah, he actually went to, like, an event, like, at our GameStop where they had Brawlhalla being demonstrated.
Yeah, it was a few weeks ago. I was just going down to my local GameStop just to trade in some games and at least get like a little money back and all, you know. And when I stepped in, I saw that there were these two big stands there with the game Brawlhalla, and there was like a group of about 20 people there, and then I was like, whoa, what's going on? And then they were telling me Brawlhalla, but I still didn't understand what exactly, so I questioned like, well, what is Brawlhalla? And then the guy I questioned went over to the devs. We had about like 2 or 3 of the devs that were making on the game there, and they handed me a Steam key. They handed me a card with 4 Steam keys plus an extra code for a character skin. And turns out there was a tourney going on down there to help promote the game, and I partook in it. I lost round 1, but I mean, like, it was still good fun all the same. I mean, like, to be fair, it was pretty much even playing field all around because no one had ever played the game before unless you were at E3.
Or
Yeah, the tourney was structured pretty much structured 1v1 matches with a best 2 out of 3 all around.
Alright, we don't need to know the exact tourney structure, but it's still interesting. I remember one time I actually went to a Wii U event before the Wii U came out.
Oh, Wii U event. Look at you. All fancy.
That's because I was a member of Club Nintendo, and they said, hey, there's going to be a special Wii U event in your area that if you sign, that because you're a Club Nintendo member, you're invited to go to.
Yeah, I got that email too, though I couldn't go because I was at our educational center at the time.
Yeah,
and I couldn't arrange any transportation.
Yeah, he was there at the time. This was like a few weeks before I went. And I ended up going with Radical Dreamer and my dad. We ended up going there, and we had a blast. Like, we got to play a bunch of games before they even came out. Like, this was back when A Wonderful 101 was still called Project 101. That was a great event.
Interesting.
Like this was still like, I think before, this is like before the Wii U came out that year.
Yeah, because I definitely remembered it was somewhere around July or August.
It was August.
Yeah, and the Wii U was scheduled to be released later that year in November.
Yeah, this is like before the Wii U even came out, and we got to try it out, and like had a lot of fun playing these games. And I think I played like the new Super Mario Bros. Game, played the Pikmin game, and
I definitely remember you saying that you won a Donkey Kong event that was going on there.
oh yeah, they had one of those Nintendo Land games. They had that Nintendo Land game, and they had that Donkey Kong mini game. and like everyone was taking turns playing it as part of a small little competition there, and I'm the one who won.
Oh, good job.
I was the best at a game that none of us played before.
I bet your mother is so proud.
Yeah, he's MLG right there.
MLG Pro.
Air horn. And someone, we should insert air horn noises here. Someone go get air horn noises.
I can get the air horn noises, but it's gonna be some hours.
Oh, well, never mind then.
You got to import them from China.
Import the air horn noises from China. Do you have to like trade some like ivory for it or something? You have to like go out, kill the elephant.
The ivory we get from Cambodia, we have to trade Donkey Kong sound effects for that. We get the Donkey Kong sound effects from Japan, which we have to trade cotton for that, and we get the cotton from Georgia where we live, so we just have to ask the black people to go get it.
Dear Lord. I thought we ended this like trade embargo.
Oh, trust me, we're probably a long way from ever being done with anything.
Cold War is over, guys. We can't just keep living like we're Russia.
The Cold War never truly ended.
All right.
Well, if you want bizarre stuff, I actually have an interesting bizarre email notice I got the other day.
Oh, what happened?
Okay, so you know how our Congress is doing so many stupid things with our internet and just trying to revert it to its primordial form, right?
Yeah, just another Tuesday for them.
Okay, well here's the latest thing I got from an email from these guys who are always fighting against the Congress with their stupid stuff. Congress is trying to pass a bill that somehow allows all our private information on social sites like Facebook and just give it to like cops and other law enforcements as a form of privacy protection.
That doesn't. How does that make any sense?
We're going to protect your privacy by giving it away.
Yeah. And how is that supposed to help us against cyber attacks? Please explain
Should
that.
I give them my social security number and my credit card number too? Oh, that seems like a good idea, right?
Hiding in plain sight, I guess?
No, that's just not clever.
They'll never see me here standing in the middle of the street.
That's just, I mean, honestly, you two have to agree with me. That is just bizarrely stupid.
I mean, that's the government
everything
for you.
Congress does is bizarrely stupid.
Yeah, but I mean, like, this probably has to be the most stupidest thing there is, probably next to SOPA.
SOPA was a joke.
God, I remember that. God, I can't believe I remember that. That was so long ago. No one cares about it anymore.
We thought it was over, but I guess that's the folly of man right there. We believe it's over, but it's never really over, is it? It's always...
War never changes.
I don't think it's ever going to end until we get rid of all of our current Congress members.
That's going to be a little difficult.
But yeah, that's just like the latest bizarre thing I've heard from our Congress doing.
Oh.
I'm honestly curious as to where they're going to go next on their bizarreness.
Space. They're going to try and do They'll try and legislate space. Somehow.
I look forward to reading that email and sharing it.
Just imagine one day in the future, somebody will have to say in a bored, defeated tone, "Oh man, I gotta go to the moon today."
Imagine someday someone will get an abortion in space. And they can just throw the...
just had the worst.
Then they just throw the fetus out the airlock. It's like 2001: A Space Odyssey.
That was my exact thought. My God, it's full of stars.
Man, Splatoon has some pretty deep lore.
I'm sorry, one more time?
Splatoon's got deep lore, surprisingly deep.
Oh yeah. I mean, like, as far as I know, because again, I haven't played it and I haven't fully read the lore. As far as I know, it's just a post-apocalyptic world that's populated by inkling creatures, mutated into human forms, right?
Pretty much, yep. But
Yeah,
there's
but there's a bit
cover
deeper
these little
stuff to it.
friggin' Dead Sea Scrolls, and you find out some weird shit.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of interesting backstory stuff.
I'm so glad that Nintendo decided to trust this new IP instead of just making this more Mario bullshit.
I wouldn't be surprised if they probably made like a Mario costume or anything as gear.
They might do that like towards the end.
They probably will. They probably will later, but I think right now they're just trying to let the Inklings try and stand on their own as new characters. Not trying to.
Probably towards the end of the year during when we get some big fall stuff, because we're getting stuff all the way through fall. Probably get a big fall update that might have some
Yeah.
costumes.
Oh yeah, you know what? On the subject of Inklings, I was browsing Amazon 2 days ago, and I saw the most unbelievable price for a green Inkling squid. Like, I honestly thought it was a joke at first until I refreshed the page.
Well,
Okay, so you know how the typical price of green Inklings alone or with a 3-pack is anywhere between $50 to $110, right?
yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Okay, this one I found, and I kid you not, but I couldn't screenshot it.
You mean
Was literally $30 with free shipping, the lowest price I've ever found.
Did you buy it?
I was beyond too late. In fact, when I refreshed the page, the person apparently changed the price from 30 to like 100 something because he apparently did a typo.
He must have realized his problem.
You missed an opportunity.
I know, but even if I did not refresh it, if I clicked that buy, the page would have loaded showing me the price change immediately right there.
No, I don't mean that. I mean, you could have said, like, when you were saying I kid you not, you could have said I squid you not, and you missed that.
Oh yeah, missed opportunity for pun. But either way,
Damn it, Carl, I thought I trained you better.
Oh, trust me, you're going to need to do a lot more training after this.
I just realized both of you have stuffed animals in your pictures.
I am the stuffed animal in my picture.
I just love my Finnegan in my Pokemon.
I should do a picture of my
Pikachu. You're a Firefox Pikachu.
Funny.
Every Pokemon is a Pikachu. It's true.
But yeah, honestly, I was entirely disappointed when that moment came, and I was like, $30 with free shipping. And then it's like, nope, 100 something. I can't remember, but
100 something with $10 shipping.
I saw something about I saw a $50 Inkling Amiibo that had $65 shipping and handling. And I was like, screw that noise.
Are you shipping it from space? What the hell?
I was like, screw that noise.
From the secret jungles of Cambodia, this Inkling arrives. Like, what the hell? Is it in an ivory box? Like, what?
I would love to get like the Amiibos, but they're too expensive. It's too.
Well, I know you can get the Inkling boy and girl at a better price than the green Inkling squid.
The only reason I have the Inkling stuff is
I want the whole experience. I wouldn't want to just get like, I don't know. It just seems wrong to.
I've got the Inkling boy, and Dreamer has the Inkling girl. That's how I was able to get the stuff for that. And I know
because you have friends. Oh.
I have the Inkling boy myself because that was a birthday present from my sister. I got that from her, and I got the Legend of Zelda Link to the Past comic book. Carl, you can actually, if you look over on my dresser, you can actually see the comic book over there.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Well, I can't because I'm not everywhere in the vicinity.
Here, let me turn on my camera. Not.
Pretend you're in the room. Pretend you're in the room.
Immerse yourself. Learn.
Like you're now in a room with a large bunk bed and cat litter boxes all around.
All right, David Copperfield. Calm down with your magic tricks.
there, Carl can attest to this. There's a bunch of cat litter boxes sitting in my room.
Ew, disgusting.
What it is though with these boxes? I'm not talking about actual cat boxes. I'm talking about boxes that you buy that have the litter in it.
Oh, like the... Okay. I thought you meant you actually had cat litter boxes, so the cats all come into your room to take a shit.
Well, there is one in there that the cat does come into my room to take the shit.
Oh, that's disgusting. Why would you want your room smelling like cat shit?
It's because nobody else. Because there's nowhere else to put it.
Is that like your secret fetish, cat shit?
Oh, I think he's got you there, buddy.
Fuck you, no. It's in there because no one else wanted it in their room.
Piss.
And my dad didn't want it outside. He didn't want it in the living room. He didn't want it in the bathroom. He wanted it in a room, so they just stuck it in my room.
I like the noise these little squid kids make.
I know. Is that what you're playing right now?
Yeah, I'm playing right now.
He said about like 10 to 20 minutes earlier that he was playing Splatoon while doing this.
Hey, my thing glitches out every now and then. I miss some words.
Fair enough.
I would be playing Bayonetta, but like I'm saving that for when my girlfriend. Oh fuck! I just died.
It literally just happened.
Oh yeah. Okay, so yeah. Jeremy, Michael, you both said you were going to be on Team Hot Dog during the Splatfest, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Who do you think would probably win the popularity contest out of that?
I saw a Miiverse post saying nothing has to die to make a marshmallow. The vegans have finally...
Did not realize what marshmallows are made of. What goes into the making of marshmallows?
Vegans have finally invaded Splatoon. Nothing.
Oh yeah. When Jeremy was telling me about the teams for the upcoming Splatfest, I was like, I don't know. Either all is fine because I mean, like, what side would you want to be on? Would you want to be a piece of meat or a piece of fluff that you put on a s'more?
I mean, what sold me on the hot dog was Mary wanting a long cylinder of meat.
I'll give her a long cylinder of meat. Careless Whisper plays in the background.
When will we get the Splatoon fan art of Mary seductively eating a hot dog?
Probably 5 minutes from now. In fact, there's probably already tons of it. I just haven't seen it.
I'm pretty sure any search on Tumblr, Google, or DeviantArt can find something like that.
Juicy.
Now give us Callie eating the marshmallows, but it gets sticky and gets all over her. Gets the white gooey stickiness all over her face.
Oh my. We're getting a little sensual.
Oh yeah, what were we talking about? Yeah, but I have a bunch of boxes in my room that used to have glitter in them, and I use these for different things. I use them to store video games in. When sitting in my floor, I use them as tables for my food. It's just there's a bunch of empty boxes in my room that just I put various things into them. I remember one time I posted a picture of like I think it was like Sharky Head was doing that Christmas in July thing and asking for Christmas pictures, and I took this picture of this little dancing elf thing, and I took a picture of it, and somebody's like, "Why do you have so many cat boxes and why do you have so many empty boxes in your room?" And I'm like, "This is how I live." It was like, "Are you okay? Do you need help?" I swear, people, I'm okay. I'm okay, I'm fine. And everyone got quiet.
Well, I mean, I'm just listening along to what you're saying. I got no comments so far.
Oh boy, here comes my mom. She's probably gonna say something and she'll end up on the show. So we're gonna get a guest cameo appearance from my mother.
Hi, Michael's mom.
She's not here yet. She's just pulled into the driveway.
Okay, everyone. If you want to leave when you hear the voice, just leave right now and come back later at this specified time.
What, do you think my mom's some sort of psychopath or something?
No, but I honestly just think that if it's anything as you say that she may ruin the show, then
What? No. I say she's gonna get a cameo.
Sorry.
My brother was on the show for like 2 seconds the other day because I was yelling at him about not yelling at him, but I was yelling down the stairs because he wanted to go see a movie, but we couldn't decide what it was. We did agree that we wouldn't go watch Pixel. That was agreed instantaneously. No questions.
Oh yeah, that's funny. Just looked at you shouting at your brother.
Yes, sibling rivalry.
It's not really a rivalry. We were just agreeing we didn't want to see Pixels.
Yeah, except in this case, it's more sibling arguments, which is something we all get a case of.
I mean, Carl's heard me yell at my brother plenty of times. Well, mostly my brother yelling at me. Because my brother's just mad.
Did you say Frozen? Are we talking about Frozen now?
No, I was talking about my brother. Carl's heard my brother yell at me plenty of times because my brother...
yes, your brother who I beat in Smash Brothers while wasted.
He wasn't happy about that.
Yeah, well, you know what? I wasn't happy about him fucking suicide Bowsering me, so you know what? He could suck my dick.
Jeez.
Carl, has my brother done that to you in Smash Bros? Or he just plays Bowser?
The last time I played Smash Brothers with him was Brawl, and he was constantly using Ike.
We haven't played Smash Bros together? But I thought you played with him since I've got the new Smash Bros.
I remember him around, but I've not played against him on the Smash Brothers Wii U.
One thing he loves to do with Bowser is that he'll pick Bowser and then just side grab people and just jump off the edge with them.
So basically, he likes to be a jerk. You know, I hate those kind of people. These games are, like, I get it's a fighting game. I get you're supposed to try and win, but, you know, they're also supposed to be fun. And, you know, doing stuff like that or camping or whatever, that's not fun. That just takes away any sort of fun from the game.
Worst case example I've had was Kirby back in Brawl, who just sucked up opponents and then just like spin them out at the under middle side of the Final Destination stage.
I get you want to win, but use skill and don't use cheap, campy tactics.
Oh god, that happened to me. I was in a Smash Bros tournament and somebody did that to me.
Like the worst thing is people will defend that. Like, you should just
back at that educational facility, I was playing with another friend at the time on Brawl, and we were on the Final Destination stage, and I softened him up, and I was playing as Link at the time. Keep that in mind, and I can't remember what character my opponent was. I think maybe he was Mario or Sonic, I think. But anyways, so I was like right in the center of the Final Destination stage, and I was charging my bow and arrow to try and keep my opponent from grabbing the edge, right?
Right.
So my opponent wasted his last jump to try and get to the edge, but apparently overshot a little. But by the time he was about to get to the edge, I let go of the arrow at just the right moment to send him flying back a little, and he could not go up. And he claimed that was edge guarding.
Oh.
I used a projectile thing in the middle of a map to keep you from to keep you from grabbing the edge. And how is that edge guarding?
Because he lost. See,
I'm not trying to like say that what I did was cheap and all when it was just specified timing on my part, right?
Right.
Like, I don't know if you really did anything wrong there. I think that guy's just a baby.
Yeah, and I honestly don't like people like that. Oh, hey, have you ever seen the Pokemon World Tournaments on Twitch or anything like that?
No. I don't.
Oh, you are missing out on one of the hugest wimps ever known so far, and he's like becoming a rising star in that category. There's last year in the junior tournament, there was this kid named London Swan who made it to the finals in the junior division in Worlds, and yet, according to people, he brings like a cheap team that can like get you wins, but
How is
it's
there such a thing as a cheap team in Pokemon? You can literally win with anything.
yeah, but here's the thing: his opponent was a player from Japan who brought a not as cheap team. I mean, like some of the Pokemon that his opponent had was kind of cheap in use at the time. But like London Swan brought in like the best cheap team you could afford. And when London Swan lost the finals, he just sat there with his hat fronting forward, trying to cover his eyes, and cried.
Wow.
And that's not all. And that's not all, Jeremy. I told you this. I told you this about last month, but for the sake of making this public knowledge, I'm going to repeat myself. This year at the Nationals, he made it to the finals in Nationals, and he yet again brought another cheap team. Oh, and this is the best part. I left this out. Both in the both in the Worlds and the Nationals, he has literally named his character "You Mad Bro."
Oh,
Now,
he was asking for it.
Yeah, he's literally asking for it. But anyways, in the Nationals, he made it to the final in the junior division again. But as I said, it's the Nationals. And his opponent brought in, as I said, London brought a cheap team, but his opponent brought in a pretty decently all-around team on his part. Seriously, I think you should go look it up on YouTube or find the original video on Twitch if you ever get the chance. And London's opponent dominated him 2-0. And so what was London Swan's response? His opponent offered a good game handshake, and London Swan just shakes his head no.
What?
Yeah, this kid has to be the biggest egotistical brat I have ever seen.
It's like this guy, he couldn't even do good sportsmanship and give his opponent a handshake. What the hell?
Seriously, as I said, this kid is like a rising star in being a brat.
Wow.
I honestly question if his parents have ever given him any discipline.
Yeah, has he reached Justin Bieber levels yet, or is he still?
I don't know. If I hear from him in the Worlds and he's made it to the finals and loses again and does something even better than what he did in Nationals, I am honestly going to feel really upset and sad for the kid because of how poor he cannot understand life is. You can't win every time, and yet it's like to him, I'm the super awesome best. I should be winning by default.
What if he loses? What if he?
Some people just are fucking idiots. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
What if he loses in Worlds and then just commits Senpaku at the end?
I'm pretty sure it's pronounced seppuku. I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Simbun.
But yeah, honestly, what already made me hate this kid already was how he had his character name You Mad Bro. That alone already made me hate him.
Well, yeah, that's just like the lamest thing ever. That's like a meme so unfunny that like your grandma's probably posting it on Facebook right now.
With a minion in the picture.
Yeah, 2 minions. Just might as well double up on the minions.
Oh god. Do we have to mention the minions like every episode?
Yeah, it's becoming our running joke, the minions.
Can I offer you a minion toy from a cereal box?
No, he's got one from McDonald's.
I bought like a stuffed animal minion from the dollar store the other day with my girlfriend. Because she likes minions, and I promised her that I would get her a minion because she wanted one to name Theodore, and I got one to name Bill. Yeah, I don't think I need to explain that one. Well, yeah, honestly, I don't think they're that bad. I've seen a lot worse than minions. It's just, as usual, there's a very specific group that overuses them to the point that they're not funny anymore. Because I think we talked about this in Despicable Me 2. They're not bad, because, they're the comic relief. That's the thing with comic relief characters. If you use them too much in the wrong places, they stop being funny and start being annoying.
Exactly. That is very true.
That's why comic relief characters often end up being the scrappies of their respective works.
Ah, yes, Scrappy. One of my least favorite comic relief characters.
Scrappy
There's,
Doo, you mean?
yeah,
Yes.
there's no. I don't think there's a single person. I don't think even Cartoon Network likes Scrappy, and they played like every Scooby Doo ever.
From the cartoon series. I mean, to me, I find him tolerable. But in that live action Scooby
Oh,
Doo
no.
movie, I was like, no, why? That just doesn't make sense.
That was kind of the point, you know.
He's not even a puppy. He just has dwarfism.
Yeah, honestly, that's the one. Like, I like the live action movie. I think it's okay. It's kind of stupid and cheesy, but they cast it pretty good for the most part.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm really okay with what happened with Scrappy. It didn't seem very in the Scooby Doo spirit.
No.
I mean, for the most part, we at least had a reason why Scrappy was around. He was related to Scooby Doo. That's tolerable. That's at least tolerable to a degree, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, he's Scooby Doo's what, nephew or something?
From
Yeah.
what I've heard, yeah.
So, you know, I guess that it's not like the worst thing, but like he still was annoying and not really a good character.
Yeah, I will admit, the voice can get a little grating after a little while.
Let me at him. Let me at him.
Let me at him. I'm gonna straight fuck him up.
Puppy power!
I like how the first game that was ever on Cartoon Network's site was a Flash game where you threw rotten fruit at Scrappy.
That's hilarious.
Never saw that. Never even heard of
that
it.
was way back in the day. That's real.
Yeah,
This was
That's
like,
like we're talking about more than 10 years ago. We're talking
yeah.
about.
I assume that this was during the time of the rise of Flash, right?
yeah, this was a Flash game, yeah.
We're talking about like.
Really old Flash game, so you know back.
I mean, like, I played some Flash games, but given the limitations of when I was in middle school when this probably happened, I was very limited.
We're talking about. We're talking about like really early 2000s here, Carl. We might have been in elementary school when that came out.
back in the Newgrounds days.
Oh, the early Newgrounds days. Dear God.
It was those were the days. I don't think I was ever really around Newgrounds in the early days. I mean, I found it.
I
late.
never heard of Newgrounds, but even
I
in
think
all the
Oh no, go ahead, go ahead.
yeah, but like I mean, like okay, if what you say is true that like the very early days of Flash was on Newgrounds, then there would be no chance in my time in elementary that I could probably pull up that site without running into one of those site blocker things from the school system.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I think I only found Newgrounds like later in its life through like Egoraptor's videos back when he actually made animation instead of just being a dick on the internet.
I don't know. I mean, like I find some of Egoraptor stuff okay, like his Star Bomb videos.
Oh yeah, his musical career is a lot. Is probably one of the best things he's done in a while. But he can be he's kind of douchey with some of his opinions. You know.
I watched two of his sequelitis videos because I at least wanted to at least have an open mind and at least like hear him out at the very least.
Yeah, but the problem was he was kind of his problem was he like hated the fans. He was hating on the people who actually like it instead of just. He wasn't talking about reasons why he didn't like it. He was like just basically insulting it at anyone who liked it. Like, you like this, you're an idiot, and that's what bugged me. And it's kind of sad because he seems like an okay guy. Otherwise, he seems like a fun guy to hang out with, and he can be funny.
If you want something that's a bit funny to hear, when I was playing Tomodachi Life, and I imported in the Game Grumps crew via QR code. I decided for humor's sake that I would compare friendship rates with my Islanders to the Game Grumps, and by the best comparison, my me would have like a friend would like be best friends with Egoraptor about 95% of the time.
That's funny. One thing I thought was hilarious about him was like when he was playing Sonic Adventure DX, he didn't know where to go at all, and like he was getting really pissed talking about how bad the game was because he couldn't figure out where he needed to go. Even though he pulled up the map, he completely missed the area he was supposed to go to. But in his own sequelitis videos, he said he wants games to be less hand-holdy and where you need to figure out stuff you need to do.
See, there's another problem with him. He's kind of hypocritical like that.
Yeah. It was
Maybe,
he couldn't figure out how to get inside the sewer where he needed to go. He was running around for like a while trying to figure out how to get in the sewer. I'm like, dude, you couldn't figure out you needed to jump inside the giant manhole, the giant hole in the ground?
And the first time I played Sonic Adventure DX without Jeremy's help telling me exactly where I need to go, I kind of figured out that area, right, Jeremy?
Yeah. Yeah, he was able to figure stuff out pretty easily.
Look at that, you're smarter than an internet celebrity.
Not by a long shot.
No, you're smarter than Egoraptor, but that's not saying much.
He's an internet celebrity. So, yeah. That should be a game show. Are you smarter than an internet celebrity? They can get it hosted by Larry the Cable Guy.
Well, then sign me up for a game run.
No explicable reason. Are you smarter than
Are you smarter than an internet celebrity?
who can we get for the first one?
Like Egoraptor, out default, you've already won.
Yep. That's basically you're basically just winning free money from that. Sorry, Aaron.
Sorry, Aaron, we love you, not really. But...
I'm talking about Aaron Hansen, Mom, not Aaron, my brother.
Yeah, but I think for the most part, I think Egoraptor just probably has his better place in Game Grumps more often.
Oh man, that was great. That was good.
I guess that is where he belongs. He belongs in Game Grumps, and he should stay segregated in Game Grumps for all time.
Yeah, I mean, unless he's working more on his Star Bomb animated videos.
Unless he's working on animation in general. I'm still waiting for Metal Gear Awesome 3. I've been waiting like 10 years for that shit.
Oh god, I remember the Awesome videos.
The what videos?
Yeah, like Legend of Awesome.
Oh yeah, you did tell me about that. I never did see it because at the time I never made my own YouTube account.
His Awesome series, those were like, they're like the pinnacle of video game humor.
Those are
I say that seriously. They're funny. They're good.
Yeah, those are some good old memes.
And they're generally not mean-spirited. The only one that's really shitty is Poke Awesome 2, which just entirely unfunny.
Oh yeah.
It's basically Ash banged Brock's wife joke, and it's just not. It's not funny at all. It's like, it's about as funny as watching a grown man give a small child with cancer a wedgie while stealing his candy.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, so I wouldn't know, honestly.
It's bad. Still not as bad as Lucy, but, you know, not many.
Oh, well, we started talking about old memes. I guess we will end by, after talking about old memes. I think it's been about an hour now.
Has it? You know, I can't even tell anymore.
You sent me the thing at 4:20. 4:20.
Did you blaze it before? No, fuck. Ah. I died again.
Yeah, we've been on for over an hour.
Hey, you know what? After this, I'll turn on Splatoon and we can join you.
I don't know. I'm doing the story mode at the moment, but
Oh.
Wait a minute. Isn't joining with a friend on Splatoon kind of a long shot?
Out of the story mode now. I need a break from it.
Hey, I mean, you can join with a friend easily. It's just being on the same team is a long shot.
Isn't that new?
All right. Well, I guess that's it for this episode.
I guess.
You know, the like, subscribe, whatever.
Like, comment, subscribe, or if you're not in the mood, dislike, leave a negative comment, and unsubscribe. I mean, you'll probably hurt my feelings, and then I'll cry, but, you know.
We won't hate you for it, but we know you all love the show.
We know where you live.
I know where you live, Carl.
I know how to make anthrax in my basement.
Well, thank you for being on the show, Carl.
My pleasure. I'm welcome. I would love to be a part of it again another time.
Go ahead. You're always welcome here, as long as you're not a reptilian or a communist.
Ooh.
I better get out of here.
Oh.
He's both. Oh. All right. The end. Then, adios. Shit, I'm running out.
Sayonara.
There we go. There's one. Avita Day. How many people can we offend before we leave?
The Jews were behind 9/11.
Well, now we're just spitting out truth. So.
Excuse me, I was kidding. I was just saying not to offend people. I thought we were trying to offend people, not actually spout our political beliefs.
I'm kidding.
Because everyone knows it was the reptilians who were behind 9/11. Come on. Seriously. You kids these days.
The reptilian communist scourge, no offense, Carl.
The communist reptilians and the Nazi reptilians have been at each other's throats for centuries.
Long before the ancient times.
The bloody battle royale to the death. Only one side will win, but whatever side wins, we lose.
Oh god, don't you hate that as a movie tagline? No matter who wins, we lose.
You know, I'm trying to think what movie has that tagline. I'm trying to remember. But like it's just it's escaping my memory right now. I feel like it's so obvious. I'm like gonna smack myself on the forehead when I remember.
Didn't Alien vs. Predator do that or something? No matter who wins, we lose.
Why would that? If the Predator wins, he's not gonna do anything. He's just gonna go home with an alien skull. It's the xenomorphs you gotta worry about because they're actively malicious.
I don't know. I've seen that tagline like on a bunch of things. All right. Well, I cut the camera.
Yeah, we need to wrap it up for good
right,
now.
I'm gonna wrap it up as soon as I'm done with this. I'm in the middle of a Splatoon match, so you know. Oh wait, I guess I can wrap it up now. I just got blown up. So yep, that's it. See you guys later. Bye.